Right. Women should keep silence in churches, for they are not permitted to speak, but should be subordinate, as even the law says. Yep, in the previous chapter, Paul writes, when women pray and prophesy, they're to have their heads covered. Well, what are you, Paul? Schizophrenic? You're telling women when you pray and prophesy, have your heads covered, and I don't let women talk. Now, you gotta read in context. You don't just interpret any way. So when Paul says, when women are praying and prophesy, they're to have their heads covered, and I do not allow a woman to speak in public, what on earth is he talking about? Context is order in worship. What was happening? We'll just go out and watch the movie Yentl. Barbara Streisand plays a young Jewish girl who wants to get an education. And in her culture, women were not allowed to get an education. So she has to disguise herself as a male in order to go to school. So what happens? The gospel of Jesus Christ comes in, women are just as valuable as men, and the women go nuts. They abuse their new freedom. And they start just blurting out all over the place, and Paul says, boom, time out, keep your mouth shut. Go out and get an education, learn like Priscilla has, and my good friend Priscilla, who's obviously not a guy, is helping me, the Apostle Paul, to teach the great preacher Apollos how to preach.
Alright, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Samak. Before I do anything, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that is scattered abroad. And with that, again, this is Brother Samak coming at you with another lesson. Lord will, this is edifying. Alright, so as what you just saw as far as the clip of Cliff, the guy, again, Edomite Christian, he continuously goes off when it comes to the scriptures. I say, and he's talking that whole thing that he was talking about a girl in disguise or something like that. That is not in the scriptures, you know. So it's just like all these certain things that he says is not it doesn't go with the scriptures, because the scriptures talk about, again, a woman not being able to teach, as you heard the girl read, which I'm actually gonna get. Salakia, hold up. There you go. Okay, come. So oh, what am I doing? Salakia. Oh man, I spelled that wrong. There you go. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse. I'll start at verse straight to the point. Actually, no, I should start at verse 11. It says, "Let the woman learn in silence, with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." Okay, and this is what it is, man. This is an order, okay? Because even in Corinthians, I think it was 1 Corinthians 11, it talks about the order, the ordinance, keeping the ordinance, okay? There's the Most High Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and then Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, okay? And then it's the men, the women, and then the children. So if you were to teach, again, if a woman was to teach, a woman has to teach the kids, aka the young women, okay? They're not to teach a man, okay? Not supposed to be going out in the highways and byways and doing the work, because, again, it shows throughout all the scriptures that the Lord is only dealing with men, okay? So long story short, again, it says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man. You see that now, man. You know, you see women puffing up, and you see women being all masculine, trying to portray themselves as being equal to the man, you know, which men and women are not equal, okay? The man is superior. He is stronger than you, physically, mentally, spiritually, everything, man. Emotionally, you know? That's why you don't see um uh matriarch, what's it? Yeah, I think I said that right. As far as women ruling or trying to lead, okay? You don't see that, you know, because they have not stood the test. So therefore, it doesn't work, man. Okay? So it says, but to be in silence, it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. Yeah, going to back to the garden, man. You know, being deceived, and you're seeing Eve today being deceived now. You know, through the social media, okay, trying to be something that they're clearly not. You know, showing themselves as if they're like better, and saying that they don't need a man and everything like that because they're following after the social media thing. You know, so social media has definitely destroyed our women tremendously. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. So that's the point with that, and I'm gonna get a couple more scriptures. Um, let me think. What's that? Shoot. I can get. Oh yeah. This is Ezekiel chapter 34 and verse 31, straight to the point. And ye the flock of my pasture, Slaki, and ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay, so best believe the Lord is definitely dealing with men and not women. Now, is there an account where now again, and I'll say this as far as prophesying, because he said like really he when Paul was saying that because Cliff was talking about like a, a woman covering their head and then at the same time prophesying da da da. First and foremost, I believe it said a man prophesying with his head covered, not a woman. But even if a woman can prophesy, okay, because anybody can prophesy, and as far as what does prophesy mean? Prophesy means just to say before, okay. So the Lord may have it to where you have a dream, right? Because scriptures even say that what you're. Well, let me get that. What is that? Right here. Oh shoot, well it's multiple. Nah, this is one. Yeah, chapter 2. This is Acts chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in the last days, saith the Lord, Slaki, saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai." It says, "I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions." It's like, yeah, yep. And your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. Okay. It says, and on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days my spirit, and they shall prophesy. Right? Prophesy again when you go to sleep, when you're the Lord may have it to where you have a dream in your head, and you don't know, you'll what? Then tell the prophet the dream, and that's considered to be what? You are prophesying your dream, and it's a that may be a prophecy. Perfect example is Nebuchadnezzar, man. Nebuchadnezzar had a dream and didn't understand it. And then the Lord had it to where Daniel had that same dream to where he can interpret it, because no one could interpret the dream but Daniel. So that's what happened. So that was a small account where, a person will be dreaming about something, have a dream about something, and they prophesy what that is. But it takes a prophet to make known what that is that they prophesied. So anybody can prophesy, but as far as going out in the highways and byways and doing the Lord's work, that is men. Okay, men are to go out and prophesy and to teach the nations. Okay, not women, because back then, and they don't realize this, man. They don't realize that the fact that teaching, as far as teaching the Lord's word back then, is way different, man. Was way different, and I could say it's even hard now too, because you're putting yourself in danger. Okay, it's not a thing. It's not a thing to where, like, how can I explain it? You're going out there. Scriptures say that I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Okay, be what? Wise as serpents, harmless as doves. So these people will get offended off of the word, man. Okay, it's gonna burn them inside, man. The scriptures talk about that. So it'll mess with their spirit. You don't know what kind of spirits are out there. You don't know what type of mindset people are gonna be in. Okay, Paul himself was going through crazy stuff and getting kicked out of cities and getting beat up for preaching the word, man. So why would a woman even want to go through that, man? That's not a thing that a woman should even think about doing, because you can get killed. So therefore, it's not for a woman to teach these nations, and not for a woman to go out in the highways and byways and do the Lord's work. He asked men to do that. That's the difference, okay? So let me get it's in definitely Book of Revelations. Let's put is with men. Revelations, yes, 21. This is Revelation 21 and 3. It says, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men." Okay, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. And that's what it is, man. So the tabernacle of the Lord is with men. Okay, that's just what it is, man. And whether you like it or not, I'll say this. I'll make it even better. The woman, okay, the man, when it comes to the man and the woman, the man is the woman's God, okay? So, okay, did I say that right? Yeah, so the God of the woman is the man, okay? AKA power. And that's another thing. People gotta get that mindset out of God, like God. They think about like above and like these crazy, what I'm saying, these crazy idealistic things that is pops in their head when they think about God or devil. These words have meanings. Okay? God means power, devil means deceiver, Satan means adversary. So these certain things you got to realize, if I'm calling you the devil, I'm saying you deceived me. You are a deceiver. You are a devil. People got to get these mindsets out, because when they think of devil, they think of a red person with a pitchfork and some fucking ears and shit. Excuse my French, but Salakia for my rude speech. But yeah, so it's just what it is, man. Like uh uh so it's a power. Scriptures even talk about how ye are gods, man. You know, we are gods, man. We are not the higher. We are not the, what's the word for it? The higher power, higher God, right? Which is Yahweh, and then there's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is a God, okay, and we do worship Him, okay. We worship them both. So yeah. So again, the woman needs to understand that the man that they're with, that man is their God, okay, their power, their source of if they need, if they have any trouble, they go to the man, okay. That's just what it is, okay. So so yeah, man, when it comes down to it, the Lord is only dealing with men, okay. There has been occasions where a woman was what's the word for it? The Lord did use women. Of course there was, but it's not and people like to bring out Deborah, right? They be like, "Oh, but what about Deborah?" Deborah was which was in, I believe, Judges, where um she was and she understood that her being the what's the word for it, the prophetess at the time, the it was meant to, she knew that this was a shameful thing, you know because she even said to, I believe it was Barak, that don't think of this as any type of honor, because it's not, you know don't take any glory into it, because it's embarrassing that the Lord used the woman. So this thing was not supposed to happen, but it was meant to what? To shame Israel, okay? And not to be something as far as like a woman being like, oh no, man. So that being said, it doesn't negate the fact that women are not supposed to teach. Prophesying and teaching is two different things, okay? So when it comes down to it, a woman is supposed to be subjected and be in subjection to her husband. Okay, her husband teaches the woman, right? And then when it comes down to whatever it is that she, if she was to teach, she teaches her young children if need be, but really it's really just teach her what's it, a young daughter how to be a woman. That's the main thing you're supposed to teach. But when it comes to the scriptures, nah, man, it's the men. So I'm actually gonna get. Dang, I can't remember. Um, dang. No, it's not it. I'm thinking of, yeah, that was that one. Salakia. It was dang. I think it was like Timothy. 4. Let me go to Titus. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep. So this is Titus 2:1. It says, "But speak thou these things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience." It says that the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, right? And that's really the main thing they're supposed to be teaching. They're not supposed to be going into the scriptures and going out there uh preaching and teaching and everything like that. No, man. They're supposed to stay in their house, stay in the kitchen, you know, teaching their young women to love their husbands. But here it is, and nowadays we're living in a time where they're being taught to not even be with a husband, to focus on their career, and the fact that when they get old and dirty and dusty, now with all the knowledge in the world, now they can't look at a man anymore as a superior, because why? They built themselves up to be a superior, which they ruin themselves, because now they're just alone and they wonder why, you know. So long story short, these women in the society is just off as ever, man. They think that they're supposed to be getting the money and doing things on their own and not relying on a man, but that's not the case. And they're gonna see that later along the lines, when all hell breaks loose, when Jacob's trouble hits, man. You know, saying I don't need a man, but yeah, okay. And we had a little account that happened on the last camp. You know, a woman came over when was chased by a group of people, you know, a group of women and just probably like one or two guys. And it just so happened that she came to the men of the Lord and was like, please don't let them beat me, or don't let them jump me, right? But what do? You know, get out of here, you know, because hey, you never know. She may have had something wrong with her, to where she may have done something wrong, and that's the Lord come getting that judgment, man. You know, so that's just what it is. But yeah, man. As far as that, there's gonna be a lot of that, man, in Jacob's trouble, and even worse, probably than that, man. But yep. It says verse 5. It says to be discreet, right? Let me look up the word discreet, because that's definitely what women have to do, man. Be discreet, you know, sane, curbing one's desire, and impulsive self control. Right, self control. You know, these women are so quick to buck up against a man, and then later along the lines, when that man slaps the shit out of you or does something to you, you're asking why he did this to me, you know, or if he ends up doing something to you, yeah, you're just gonna ask why. Why does he do this to me? Men are not like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So they need to get themselves back in order, man. And the only way they can get back in order is when the Lord starts to go down on you women, man. As far as get the hurting on you women, man. You know, and these that it's gonna happen on a major scale when Jacob's trouble hits, man. When all hell breaks loose, you know. So it says, chaste keepers at home, and that's what it is. A keeper's at home. You need to be at home. You know, you shouldn't be out and about. You shouldn't be going to places, traveling, doing all these certain things, man. You and without your husband at that, without a man with that at that, man. You know, hopping from rod to rod, man. So it says, good, obedient to their husbands, to their own husbands. See that, man? That's specific. So you got to take these words, man, and really apply it. It says, obedient to their own husbands. So, and it means to one, again, is appointed one man, okay? A woman is only appointed to one man. There's no multiple husbands, okay? That's off. So it says that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. Right. And that's pretty much the point, man. So all in all, you're supposed to, You're supposed to be at home, okay? Cater to your husband and your children. You're not supposed to be out and about, going out on the highways and byways, putting your life in danger. Because when we go out there, our lives are at stake, man. You don't know what kind of spirits out there. You don't know what things are there to come, man. You know? So that's why it is a man's job to be out there and to teach and to prophesy. Okay? That's just what it is. You know? Heck, even Jeremiah, you know what I'm saying, was scared to be a prophet, scared to teach the word, man, because he knew how dangerous it was. You know, he was only, 14? 13, 14? You know? So, yeah, man, that's not good. That's not a good thing to be in, man, when it comes down to you women trying to go out there and try to teach and try to do, no, man. stay your ass at home, man. But, yeah, that's it. But I pray that you've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad. And with that I say, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.